Welcome back to the Workbench After Hours podcast. My name is Keith, and I'm your host. This is where we talk about the firearms community, shop talk, and everyday life experiences. Welcome back to another episode of the Workbench After Hours podcast. You'll see we have both Chris and Hunter back in the studio with us, so welcome back. You'll see next to me there's a new face. Chris and I were at dinner today, and we saw this guy sitting by himself, and we felt really bad because he looked lonely. And we're like, "You want to be on a podcast, man?" And he's like, "Sure." He bought me dinner, so we had to buy him dinner.
Hard.
Yeah,
it's just been really hard.
So I don't know you, so we just randomly met you.
So apparently, you want me to introduce myself. So my name's Joe. I am a friend of Chris, Keith, and Hunter's, and recently moving to Kansas City. So I've been invited to be a guest. Really excited to be here.
Yeah. No, we were actually, that was a joke. We were roommates in college. So.
I think I kind of blew that up for you. Sorry.
Yeah. Thanks for that, man. Thanks.
they didn't even invite me. They said, "We're going to dinner. You can't go."
I invited you yesterday, and you're like, "No, I got to go play disc golf."
You literally tried to bail.
Oh, I tried
2 minutes before
I tried
us.
to bail big time. I got home. I was like, I got a shower. I get home. My wife goes to Noodles and Company. Doesn't get me anything. Do you know how that conversation is flipped if I bring home Noodles and Company and don't get her anything? So I'm taking a shower. I'm starving. I have like a few of those peanut butter pretzel bites, and then now I'm gonna wash it down with some booze. And
I know you were over here last night helping me set up this 4-microphone thing, and then you wanted to bail. I'm like, dude, you were over here helping me set this up, and you're gonna bail?
I also thought I was gonna be back at like 6:30 from disc golf, not 7:30.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, where was the invite for disc golf?
Well, here's the deal. My dad is. I wouldn't let him be my caddy last tournament, and he is dead set on being my caddy this tournament. So he carried my bag, and we just like talked through certain shots and stuff the whole time. So it was really, there wasn't a lot of room for extra players, but it was crazy because it's a nice day and it's potential for rain tomorrow and Friday. I've never seen that course even remotely that packed. I mean, there was just groups of 4 to 8. We went over to 13, and luckily there wasn't anybody on 13 ahead of us, and so we were able to play through. And then by the time we got back up to 1, most of it had cleared out, so we were able to get all 18 in. But I think everybody just was trying to get that practice round in before the tournament.
Gotta practice.
You
Nice.
do. You do.
So Joe, you're new here. Do you disc golf?
I have disc golfed once. One time. Sorry.
Cottonmouth.
You know, I'm just so excited to be here. I get a little choked up, Keith, when I see your face. There's just something about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
Everybody, we
either.
were roommates for a while, so
Yeah, to
I'm
put up
getting
with
flashbacks to him standing over me breathing heavily in the middle of the night. You can edit that one out.
Yep. Nope.
No need,
No
because
words.
you guys had bunk beds, right?
We did.
Who was
Yeah.
on the top?
we were actually both on the top.
Yeah, we weren't
So
allowed
the
to use
queen
power
size
tools, so we
versions.
had to use hand tools, and then it fell, and then
Well,
that was
that's,
the end of our
we
bunk
were
bed.
using hand tools. That's why we were both on top.
Yeah.
Screwing and
You
driving.
could,
I
you
love
can
it.
edit that one out too if you'd like. Yeah. Anyway, so I played disc golf once at Heritage.
What'd you think of it?
No, I played at Heritage, so I lost all of my buddies.
Ooh.
At that time, I didn't realize there were different discs.
And how mean of your buddy to take you to Heritage right off
Yeah.
the bat.
I just simply didn't know any better. But I'm excited to play. You know, it sounds like you all, spend a lot of time together and do that. So that sounds like fun to me.
Didn't you take me to up there on my first time?
No, first time I took you was to Blue Valley Middle School.
Yep.
And then we went to Shawnee Mission, which is long but wide open. You're not losing discs there. Then we went to Heritage.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't just put it right in the gauntlet right off the bat.
I remember it was pretty. I was pretty new, and you took me out there. I'm like, what the hell?
Hunter, how long have you been playing?
Since fall of 2016. After I broke my arm and I couldn't play normal golf anymore. Well, I mean, I can now, but at the time it was still healing or whatever. So
Do you get the same satisfaction playing disc golf?
it's equally as frustrating. So, yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
A missed putt's a missed putt, and does it piss you off?
How do
man?
you get the beer from hole to hole in disc golf?
So
Are there carts?
Unfortunately, not. We all have
That's a
bags that are big enough to carry beer, but you got to start drinking them quick, otherwise that weight gets to you. You know.
Gotcha.
So you
Well,
start
that
knocking
and they
them
get
back
warm,
Yep.
fast. Yeah.
especially like middle of summer. Those were getting pretty warm.
It's like you got
Towards-
to crack them right then
Yeah.
and there,
Yeah.
just chugging, keep chugging them.
Chris actually just got a new bag where he's got this big top pouch on front of it, or in the front of it, and he could easily throw like an ice pack in there. And
Gotcha.
lay some
Yeah,
beers on
so you're
top.
going to be our beer carrier for
Oh,
this
great.
season. Thanks, Chris.
Oh, okay. I think I'll just get a little cooler and put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Things are ginormous. And it's very, like what Chris usually wears on the podcast, very loud, very bright. And
Mhm.
He's wearing
Patriotic.
He's wearing
Yeah.
ocean camo tonight.
This is actually the,
Quietest
when he's not
ever
wearing a
looked.
Boomstick shirt, this is not
Mhm. If you go back and see the other footage, it's normally like
orange.
neon orange and gray, or
Well, I guess
highlighter yellow.
You can't see his shoes. He's got, what are those, red or blue? Red or orange shoes?
They're my red Hey Dudes.
Yeah, so he's got, I should have given you this red cable.
Speaking of which, we haven't even talked about it yet. This week we're drinking some Woodford Reserve.
Yeah,
Yep.
Chris, tell
Chris
us
was
about
so,
this
Kind
whiskey.
of bring us.
Yeah, I bought it at Lucas Liquor since I was up at Martin City, up there by Belton. Went to Jack Stack, had to get my
Hell
favorite
yeah.
barbecue in, and I was
Hell
like, well,
yeah.
let's go to Lucas Liquors. They got a big supply, and
Did you go to
Ye-
that suburban lawn and garden up there too?
no, I didn't. It's still cold.
Yeah.
I'm not walking around there in the winter.
So it actually says personally selected by Lucas Liquor.
Yep.
Is that,
I guess that's their custom
that means
bottle
they
for
sell
them
a lot of it.
because you can get
does
it
it
usually.
say that on all the Woodward Reserve? Or
It
just,
usually just says like Woodward Reserve right there.
Hmm.
So I think they got their own personal. I was actually going up there to look
Fancy.
for the KU rye. They got a Rock Chalk rye out. It's
Hmm.
limited like 6,000 bottles. And I was sitting there looking at it, and I was like, "This is $80 for this." And then I went, and they had the exact same freaking bottle, same alcohol, except it had Sporting KC for 30. So I was like, "So I'm not going to spend an extra $30-$40 just for a Rock Chalk
Yeah.
Jayhawk on
of
the
course.
bottle." I was like, "This is ridiculous."
And I'll check next time I'm over at my in-laws. My father-in-law, in case you didn't know, has a massive bourbon collection.
Mm.
And I'm sure he's probably got 10 to 15 bottles of Woodford just like that he just has. And so I'll look and see how they're branded, if it does say Lucas Liquor or
If it has just their brand or
'cause
someone else.
he buys a lot from Lucas Liquor because they get stuff that most people can't. But to see if it says anything else on it or not.
The crazy thing when I was there at Lucas Liquor, they got that like private room.
Yes.
I was sitting there looking at the bottles in there. I saw one in there for like $8,000. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
It's that King. It's like King Louis or King
Yeah.
Henry or whatever. The cognac.
Yeah.
Do
I
they
was like-
offer financing on the liquor?
I don't know. Some of those bottles, I was like, man, that's a car.
12 months, 0%
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah, right. Just can't open it. until
And
you
it's
pay
funny.
for
And
it.
then like at the very bottom of it, there was like a little bottle of Remy Martin. It was like $40. And I was like, really? You got that little
Do you
$40
think- all right,
bottle and you got an $8,000 bottle
honestly,
in this room.
Chris, honestly, do you think that you'd be able to tell the difference between the $8,000 bottle and the $40 bottle?
No.
I don't think
No.
any of
You
us
think any
could.
of us
I
would be
don't-
able to?
no, I
No,
don't think
we
I
don't
would.
have
There's
that.
no way. So
that
what's
palette.
what is it? It's just the prestige of having that bottle. Is that what
Well,
it's
it's
about?
that, and
You
it's
know,
probably
like-
Probably.
aged, and it's
Your father, or is your father-in-law?
Yeah.
So he has a collection.
He
So
has a collection because the resale value right now, small batch,
Mhm.
single barrel whiskeys. I mean,
does
he'll-
he resell them,
he'll buy. He
or is it
has
an investment?
it's an investment.
I gotcha.
He hasn't yet, but I mean, there's several bottles that he's bought that are now selling for quite literally double what he bought them for 6 months ago.
So how, would he be angry if you drank one?
No,
No.
he's such a chill guy. He does.
Gotcha.
He goes down.
That's
and,
the right way to be.
he goes down and opens up random ones for us to try all the time. He just is constantly buying them, so that way he has them if he wants to sell them. But
Gotcha.
I noticed he was doing this again and hit the microphone.
hit the
Luckily,
mic.
Luckily, you got a more sturdy microphone this time.
You know, I've been listening to this in the car at night a lot, and I
Oh,
hear
yeah.
you do that constantly. And to see it in real life,
smack.
it's almost like I'm meeting a celebrity.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
this
it?
is
Three
nice.
three episodes ago, he kept hitting it, and the microphone kept
Would
falling
fall
off.
Well, thank God Keith got me that. I don't know if he.
Oh, there he just did it.
I don't know if he greased the hinges on the boom arm or what, but now that I can move it around so much easier, it's made my life easier. Because before I was like having to push really hard to get it to move.
That it might be because that is a heavier microphone, so maybe that has. I don't know if that has anything to do
Should
with
I
it.
move
but-
my boom so
Sure.
we can see his face?
We don't
No,
need
it's
to see his
fine.
face.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine. Even though I'm the face of the podcast,
I'm literally-
I'm
they
just trying to
help you
always-
out.
They always have stuff blocking my face.
Let's see. What does
How do you
Chris?
feel about that, Keith?
Oh, look, you can see Chris and I's face just fine. Smile.
That's weird.
Just fine. But then when I switch to this main camera, we're all good.
Yeah,
Okay,
until you
Yeah.
went like that.
we're all good. We're all good.
We had to switch up the cameras to get a wide angle. We had to actually use the iPhone because my Sony camera didn't have a wide enough lens
Angle is-
for it to get this.
How do you get a wide
darn.
angle? Is it on the cell phone or is it on the camera?
It's on depending on what camera, like the 12 Pro Max has like 3 or 4 different cameras on it. So there's an option for wide angle
Oh,
on an app. So I'm not using the actual
I'm gonna
camera
have to try
app.
that out.
So there's no the camera app on your phone doesn't work for this because it would show all the buttons. There's a special app that we have to use that just shows the picture.
Gotcha.
It takes up the full screen. Otherwise, you're going to see that record button and everything like that in the recording. So, yeah.
Sorry, you have to explain this all again.
No,
I apologize.
It's
Why
good.
did we-
It's a
why
good
did we
refresher
invite-
for
yeah.
me because Keith has not only learned so quick, he doesn't share any of this information, so we can't help him do anything. He just does it all himself, and then is like, "Well, I'm the one who has to edit the videos." It's like, well, give us some responsibilities, but
Would you say he's in charge of this?
oh yeah,
Yep.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm the face and the brains of the operation. Chris is the muscle. Keith is the.
What does that leave?
Keith is the. I'm just kidding.
He's the one that finances it.
Yeah, he's the finance
he's the one
guy.
that buys everything and makes it happen.
I'm just kidding, Keith. We have a notes that we share between each other, and so we can go in. The Notes app on your iPhone, so we can go in and we just can type in podcast idea notes in there, so that way
Cool.
we have things to.
Talk about.
That's why it seems so.
Topics
That's why it seems so structured.
Yeah,
If it seems that way, it's by accident because
Well,
it's
it
in no way
does. I'm
structured.
impressed.
Yeah.
I'm sure
We
everybody
usually
else
just
listening is too.
get before and like tell us like, hey, let's talk about these 3 topics, and we'll just go off from there, and then
It was way more structured in the beginning. We kind of really have
yeah.
loosened up on that, but
It's the show about nothing.
I don't think
Yeah,
we've actually
exactly.
updated that list in.
you always
a
are.
while.
You always add to it. It always notifies me that you, and I always look at.
That's
whatever you
because
put.
I'm writing myself a note for something else. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, usually I got at least one idea, and then we just come up with other stuff as we go along.
We typically talk at least once a week about what we've done with guns that week. I never
Yes.
have anything to say.
So yeah, moving on to that. So Joe, and what we've all talked about when we started the podcast is how did we get into guns and like kind of where we're at with guns.
Or just any involvement that
Yeah.
you've had with guns.
Like, do you have any guns? What's your background with firearms, I guess?
Absolutely none. We moved to Springfield, Missouri, and I'd say that is what got me into guns. You're surrounded by them. Everybody has them everywhere you go. It doesn't matter whether you're at work, Walmart. It doesn't matter. So everybody has guns. So naturally, you go shooting.
Yeah.
And the first time you go shooting, it's just like exhilarating. So you want to shoot more. But it's an expensive hobby. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
way around
No.
that.
No, it's once you buy the gun's expensive, but then you don't realize how expensive ammo is.
Yeah, every
to keep
shot you're
shooting
just
at.
like, ugh. Maybe you shouldn't be shooting if you are thinking about that, but I certainly do.
Yeah.
I do.
And I got in the game too late. By the time I got into it, ammo prices were through the roof. I guess 9mm used to be a decently cheap round, and now
Yeah.
it's crazy
Right.
expensive. So
I like shooting. I have two 22s. I bought a Henry Golden Boy from Boomstick
Ooh.
Tactical.
I
Yes.
wanted that one so bad.
And it was fabulous. I haven't actually shot it yet, but it's really a good-looking gun. And I have a Walters PPQ I bought from a parts manager that I worked with at a car dealership. And I have a shotgun I've never shot and a 22 bolt action that is a lot of fun. So
Maria was mad at me when I sold you that Henry rifle because she really liked that one.
I know.
But I'm like, Maria, I'm a dealer. I can buy you another one at any time.
Well, and actually, that was the joke was on me there because you sold me a used gun. and I didn't realize that it was damaged. But
What was it damaged?
yeah, there's some wear.
Yeah, from when you were fiddling with it, not knowing what.
Okay. But hey, since
You're trying to spin it like a baton down in the garage.
well,
Yeah.
that's all I knew, you know. But since we'll be up here, I expect Keith to show me how to properly shoot that gun. So I'm excited about that.
Heck yeah. Well, I owned my gun for a full year before Keith finally took me shooting.
Man, you bought that during a pandemic and we couldn't find any ammo.
Isn't that part of the deal from buying a gun from you?
Potato. These
No.
kinds of excuses are not.
No, you don't buy a gun from me and I give you a box of ammo. It doesn't work that way. Now, if you could buy a box of ammo, if I have one, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, if you go to Academy.
Well, I have enough ammo for the clip on my 9mm. That's it.
Oh, can you hear what he just said? What?
For the what?
For the-
of your 9mm?
I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
Magazine.
Sorry for the magazine. What is this? Not Call of Duty?
No.
This is.
Well, first off, there's
I
magazines and their clips, and they're totally different.
Wait,
Yes.
so what? Okay, let's. All right, this is good because
We-
there's 100 people out there that are like, I don't know what the hell they're talking
So
about.
he might not have listened to all our podcasts because we brought this up on 2.
Yeah.
I've been in. When I first met Keith, that was his pet peeve. He would correct me the second I'd call it a clip.
What is a clip?
A clip is something that goes in like an older gun. Like you
You
put.
know, like the M1 Grands that you'd play on Call of Duty that after you're done shooting, it goes ping and clips out.
Okay.
that little metal thing, there's usually 5
Isn't that
rounds.
the same thing as a magazine? Only doesn't go ping
Nope.
and clip and then fly
Nope.
out.
No.
Oh,
Completely
well,
different.
I apologize to everybody.
Hey,
I'm
this
doing
is a
my
learning
best.
experience. This is a
Yeah,
learning
this is
experience.
great. I'm glad I
Clip.
could create controversy. All right, so anyways, I have enough ammo to fill the magazine
There you go.
on my
All right.
9mm. So
Nice.
I figured that could do some damage if I needed it.
Now that you live in Kansas City,
I don't even need a gun. It's so safe.
yeah, it's well,
Yeah.
What happened 2 weeks at our alma mater?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
You went to East too?
I sure did.
Sweet. I mean, I was only like 10 years behind you guys.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
awesome.
Chris and I were in the marching band together.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, we were both trumpet players.
Marching it up. Huh?
We were marching it. We were really there for the drill team. I don't care what anybody else says, but that's really why we were there. Sorry, all you people out there, but
Did you go to
that's why every guy is in marching bands.
So you went to
Did you
band
go to-
camp together, huh?
We did.
college for band as well?
Yeah, we both played in the Pittsburgh State, Kansas marching band.
Yep.
I actually met my wife the first day. She was on the flag team.
Oh, wow.
She had yellow shorts on. I'll never forget it.
She had yellow shorts on.
Yep, Chris was there.
What did you have
Yep.
on?
I don't remember. It's weird.
Matching yellow shorts.
Right? Exactly.
So yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, we marched together.
Nice.
And,
March, roommate, everything pretty much.
and your wife, so you guys have been together for
16 years.
wow.
Long time. And we met in 06, got married, no, 05. They got married in 2013.
Yep.
So,
That was a nonchalant way of saying to pull up your microphone because I'm watching your levels and yours are the smallest out of everybody else's.
And then because of that, I missed everything you said.
I'm not going to repeat it. So, you'll have to listen in.
So you met her in 2005
Yes.
when I was a 5th grader.
Oh my gosh.
Does that make you feel old now?
Yeah. Because in my head, you're older than I am.
Yeah.
He looks older than all of us.
Well, it's the maturity level, I think.
It's this finely shapen beard that's
Oh, it's
really.
You got that right.
let's take. You know what?
I haven't shaved in like 3 weeks, so
Damn.
save on razors. Actually, my wife and I share a razor, so it's really
Nice.
convenient. Don't act like y'all have done that.
So you've been with her for 13, married for 5, is that what you said?
Married for 9.
Married for 9?
9, yeah.
Man,
9 years now.
good
We moved
for
to
her
we moved to
putting up for
Springfield
you
right
that long.
right when we got married.
Yeah.
So.
And you're in the same club as me where we got ourselves some doctors that we're married to.
We're lucky men.
Yeah.
Hey, well, cheers you to that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was hard work, but we made it. Sorry, honey, I love you.
Being that,
Really
being
sorry I moved away from you. And
being that support group through med
Yes.
school, or I guess Jasmine's dental school, it's not
Yeah,
quite as intense, but
hers was optometry. It wasn't. It wasn't as intense. It was really intense, but it wasn't as intense.
Yeah.
Probably.
yeah.
You're gonna have to edit this part out too.
Like I told
Nope.
you, we do pretty much no editing. So
I remember how stressed out she was, and it was tough, especially being so far away.
Yeah.
But she made it, and she's amazing, and I'm the luckiest man alive.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, how she put up with him?
In your bank
I
account.
lived
don't
with
know.
him for like what 2-3 years.
Put up with me?
Yeah,
I'm the easiest guy ever to live with.
man. He always left dishes out.
Oh,
You
you're
never
so full
cleaned
of
it.
crap.
You never wiped off the stove. God, when I knew this guy was cooking. I'm like,
How could I wipe off the stove when I never cook?
you could when you did cook, man.
Whatever.
He was not a very
Don't
clean.
listen to anything he says. He's drunk already. Is that enough?
That's yes.
Okay, sorry. Can I get you anything else? Would you like some ice?
No.
Okay.
Actually,
I
I
was
think
just
he's
hoping
hungry.
for a
You
little
want to
more.
go give us a pretzel?
You want some more
You'd
pretzels?
have to wipe off the counters then for you.
I know.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
So, anyways.
Nice. So yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm that's the really long answer too. I'm not that into guns, but I think they're cool, and I see the reasoning why people collect them. So.
Well, that's good.
Well, we're in the same boat on that. I'm getting more and more into guns, but my overall exposure, I shot skied a couple times. I don't know if you ever listened to the episode. I shot skied a couple times, and that was it. And then I shot a pistol once several years ago at a shooting range. I might have shot 2, went through 2 magazines, and so until I went out shooting with Keith and finally got to shoot the pistol he sold me, it's the most I had done. But it's nice to have another guy on the podcast who is as oblivious to everything that's going on as I am.
I think Chris is oblivious too. He's just really good at faking it.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Chris actually has some news because he tomorrow, if it works out, has a new gun he's gonna buy.
Ooh.
Oh.
Right, Chris?
Are you supposed to make this public?
Oh,
I don't think it matters.
Please,
Oh, okay.
please
Well-
tell me it's
Well,
that.
she was going to try to do it underneath the table
I
on
didn't
me
say what gun
anyways.
though. It could be a really cheap one. I
Please
didn't
tell
say
me
what
it's
gun.
that Dark
Who is
Earth.
she? I don't know who you're talking
Is it
about.
the Dark Earth? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
Trying to
think
get Chris to buy a flat Dark Earth
Glock 19.
Glock 19 because he wants to get a PSA. I'm like, spend a little bit extra money and you don't have to change anything.
So
Yeah.
PSA
Because I did
is-
a whole video on the comparison. And
Yeah,
he just did a review on it, and essentially
it's
it's
the
the same thing as a Glock. It's just not proven yet, but you can switch the slides out and everything. They're almost interchangeable.
But the trigger on the PSA is not very good.
Yeah, that's the
And-
first thing everyone I've watched. They did reviews on. The first thing they do is trigger upgrade on it, and they love it after that.
Or you can buy the Glock because you want everything flat Dark Earth, which
Yeah, I
the PSA
do.
does not come in,
That's true.
and
You could spray paint it.
that's
I just
basically
go-
what it is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should wrap some twine around
Just
it too
don't
before
just
you do it.
Yeah.
just don't forget the clip.
The magazine.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and mute his microphone.
Oh
now.
man, it's gonna be a long day.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's sweet though. The second Keith got a smirk on his face, I was like, "Oh, all right, he's going with the one he should have got."
Well, he was sitting there like, "Well, I did order this," and I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you did that on purpose."
Well, I'm getting ready for a gun show this Saturday, and I want to get some more inventory, and I saw that, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy this and try and get Chris to buy it, but if not, I'm taking it to the gun show. But I think you should just
I'm probably just gonna buy it.
because it's
So, Kat, yes, I'm buying a gun. So you're hearing it
well.
right
the,
here.
the good thing is this won't come out until Friday,
True.
so you're
It'll already be done.
yeah.
Yeah. By then.
Well, yeah. Beautiful.
It's like $200. That's it, Cat.
Yep. So you get $200 for your trip. That's
well, it's like $213 with tax. So
Yeah,
For the
Yeah.
first, each month for 6
that's
months.
the first payment.
Yeah.
it. You're not supposed to tell her that.
Yeah. And then we need to get Hunter. So he's got pistol, shotgun. He needs an AR.
Yep. They
AR's
are.
next.
And
for
so do
sure.
you, Joe. You need an AR.
No,
But
why would I need an AR?
Let's get Joe out to shoot an AR. So
I've
then
shot
he
an AR.
understands, because I never thought I wanted an AR until I went out and shot Keith's silence one, and I was going, "What?
They are
in
so
the
fun.
hell?"
And you know why you need one? Because you're an American.
Yep. It's America's gun.
It is actually the most popular rifle in America, period.
Is ammo expensive?
It's
No,
actually
not too bad.
No, not too bad. The target ammo, no. It's loud. It's loud.
Can I
But-
get some free ammo?
Yeah, sure. If you buy it from me, I'm going
If
to
you
charge you a
revert
little bit
back
extra,
to-
but I'll give you some free ammo.
Perfect. That sounds good.
If you revert back to your guys' exchange you had in the college days when you guys were both on top bunk, all the free ammo is included.
I don't think I have the energy for that, but okay.
Get
Well,
some
it's
more
nothing-
liquor.
It's nothing like being on the top bunk when Chris is on the bottom bunk, but we won't go into that.
That's when it got really wild, huh?
See, if we talk about that, that's when we get into what the girls were talking about. And makes it
Yep.
awkward.
I'm just really distracted by this Game of Thrones poster right in front of us. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but
So not only
Now
do
you're
you,
wanting to.
Not only do
pretty
you have-
sure we're gonna be watching some Game of
there's
Thrones.
those two, and then you got those two paintings back there.
Oh, there's a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Your boy's a nerd.
okay. Well, it seems like there's a fixation.
Yeah, Daenerys Targaryen. Yes. So if you're looking at this main screen, there's two prints of Daenerys behind us, good and bad, and then in front of us are two poster-size images of Daenerys Targaryen. And yes, I did get permission from my wife to hang those.
You would like the show if you watch it.
It is.
The actual show itself is
It's badass.
amazing. Yeah.
It's just a lot of time.
Oh my god, it's so much time.
It-
It is
yeah.
so much time.
Yeah.
Just watch an episode a night before you go to bed.
I think my wife and I
You do
watched
that, it'll
the
turn into
first.
3.
Yeah, that's true.
Really? It was
You
like
got to
that.
get through the first season, though, in my opinion.
See,
The first season was rough for me.
Breaking Bad was like that for me. We would watch an episode and then get into 3 every night.
Yeah.
Just
Really?
took forever.
Breaking Bad was like kind of one of those. I'm like, all right, this needs to be over with.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
think
how I
you're
got
wrong.
with The Sopranos by the end, too.
Yeah, Sopranos kind of got to be the same thing.
I'm into season 3 of Sopranos.
It's so good
It's
until
so
like
good.
season 5, and then it's just like, okay, they're almost caught by the feds
Mhm.
again.
Oh,
How
don't
are
blow
they
it
gonna
for me.
get out
Come
of it?
on.
It's
you know
the
that-
same.
It is.
It's
It
the
just
same
keeps repeating
thing
itself.
over
Just
and over
change the
again.
storyline a little
Yeah.
bit.
Did you know that the actor that played Tony Soprano is dead?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I
and
didn't know that until last night.
Galfini, is that his last name?
Terrible.
James, yeah. And
He-
do you know they came out with a movie that's a prequel, and his son plays young
Oh.
Tony
Oh.
Soprano.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have
It,
to watch-
it,
he-
it helps if you watch the whole series before you go
okay,
watch
well,
that.
we're well on our way. My Carrie is significantly further ahead of me than I am now, but yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's cool because his son in real life plays, miniature Tony.
Then we got to
Young
get him
Tony.
into Peaky Blinders.
Oh my god, you want to talk about
Worst
the
show
best
ever.
show ever?
Worst show ever. I'm
It
just
is
So
kidding.
good.
so good. And the new
Peaky
season's
Blinders.
out right now, but you can only watch it. I mean, I'm sure you could pirate it somehow,
Yeah.
but it's only being released in England right now.
BBC.
And then in September it'll be released on Netflix. But it's my favorite show of all time. Of all time.
Okay.
But if you're gonna watch Game of Thrones or Yellowstone, you're gonna watch Yellowstone.
I don't know. Game of Thrones.
I've heard a
pretty
lot.
good.
Game of Thrones is really good, but
I've heard a
at-
lot about Yellowstone on this
Yellowstone's
podcast.
quick, and you can get into it in the first season right off the
Yeah.
bat.
and it's still going. Whereas Game of Thrones, there are no new episodes.
done.
It's there. For
That's
whenever.
how I,
Except for they're
that's
making
how I
this
prefer to
prequel,
watch.
right?
Yeah, they're making some prequels and like the House of Dragon and
Mhm.
things like that, but who knows when that's coming.
Is she in it?
No,
In
In the
In the
prequel?
prequels?
No.
No.
No, that's a shame.
it's about her family when her family like ruled over
Yeah.
Mm,
the land at the time.
okay. I'll have to try it. I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah,
I'll be,
try
I'll be a guest in 2 years after I finish Game of Thrones. And let you know how it goes.
try Yellowstone honestly first because you can get into it so quick, so fast, and it's awesome.
Yeah, we're only 4 seasons versus Game of Thrones is what 10?
10.
10, and after the
It took me like 3 months to binge watch it.
Yeah, it takes a hot minute.
the first season not that great in my opinion, but then 2 through 9 fantastic, and then 10 you're like
Disappointed.
Well, the last season where they have the 2 different
Mhm.
wars, it's like back to back. Like you don't have time to adjust.
Process.
Like, oh my god, all these people just
Yeah.
And they're-
died in this big war, and then they go into another one. It's like, what the hell?
and they're all based off a series of books, and I can't remember what book or like what season it stopped. It had out progressed the books, and so then there's several seasons that are just the writers writing for the show, trying to keep. It's not like the original author's thoughts on how it should go. So
Just trying to keep the series going
Yeah.
and alive because it was so popular.
Yeah.
Man. It's a bunch of good TV shows. We could probably talk about TV shows all night.
I'm not even going to mention a single movie that
Yeah.
you guys probably know what I'm going to mention. I'm not even going to mention it.
I know.
Something that Hunter needs to watch but hasn't yet. So,
You know, I actually was gonna watch it Saturday, so
Yep.
I had that tournament Saturday. My wife was at a bachelorette party in Scottsdale, Arizona for the weekend. So I thought, I'm going to go home Saturday. I'm going to pick up some peanut wings. I'm going to watch the new James Bond, and then I'm going to watch Top Gun. Well, my parents went out to dinner that night. My mom sends me a text and says, hey, we're out, we're getting Mexican food. You want anything? Yeah, sure. I said, okay, we'll drop it off to you on the way home. Well, I didn't know my younger sister was with them, so she shows up unannounced, knows my wife's out of town. Her and her boyfriend were having some difficulties or whatever, and so she essentially just invites herself over, completely ruins my night. I don't get to watch either movies, and I have to pretty much listen to her cry all night. And
You know what would have cured that?
what's
Top
that?
Gun.
Well, what we tried to do is we tried to dump her off on Marie. Well, the two of them ended up just getting fucking tanked. And it got to the point where my younger sister's sitting in her chair, eyes half open, just kind of swaying. I'm like, oh, guess it's time for me to get her into bed.
Yeah.
But then by that time, Keith and I were already hanging out, so it's too late to go home and start watching Top Gun. And
Have you seen, and this is, I think, has been brought up in the past, but have you seen Days of Thunder?
Nope. It's been brought up several
You mean-
times.
What's the
Yep.
problem?
you mean
Where have you been?
wannabe Talladega
No,
Nights?
Talladega Nights blows compared to Days of Thunder.
I'll watch Days of Thunder.
Well, it's two different types of movies. Talladega Nights is a
Has some of
comedy.
the same characters, though.
Yeah, that's what I told him. But I mean, obviously, that's a comedy making fun of NASCAR and all, and it's just Will Ferrell and John
It's
C.
like,
Reilly.
you know how Titanic really isn't about the Titanic? Days
Yeah.
of Thunder is really not about
It's
NASCAR.
all
It's
about,
about the-
Kate Winslet's boobs.
No, it's about the
What,
fact that
Talladega,
Titanic.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean,
no, it's about the fact that if you're a man and something horrible goes wrong, you have to die, and the women and children get to survive.
Well,
That's
back
what
then-
the whole movie's
Back
about.
then.
Back
Yeah.
then, everybody, I'm non-binary, so I'm just, no, just kidding. I'm not, but
when I see Titanic and I get to the scene where she's taking her clothes off,
that's the best scene ever.
But I still get that nervous feeling that I felt when I paused it and I thought my parents are going to walk in the room. You know what I mean? Our VHS was so blurry at that particular moment because we used to pause it. Chris and I used
Well,
to
and
do
your
it.
remote control was probably a little sticky afterwards. wasn't it?
Hey, now. We're gentlemen.
Yeah. Sure.
Anyways,
Why are you so red, buddy?
it's the whiskey. Anyways,
You're not a big drinker, huh, Joe?
I mean, I'm not sure what you're talking about. No, not really. We behave ourselves during the week.
Mm.
So, although I have to say, since I've been up here, I've been living with my parents.
Been living a little loose and fast, you're saying.
Well, it's been a little bit nuts. I come home from work and I walk in the door and dinner is on the table. And there's a glass of wine poured on the table. And I've been getting into this boxed wine, Boda Box. Have you ever had Boda Box?
Yep.
Super cheap, four bottles for $20. And it's fantastic.
I have a gutter palate, so it all tastes good to me.
Oh, it's
or it all tastes
fantastic.
bad, or it all tastes good, But it's
So I went through a box last week with my mom.
Joe's
so
getting crunk.
Yeah, we've been exercising, that's for sure.
Mm.
So,
Do
anyways.
you know your parents are setting Carrie up to fail? Because
Now that
once
you're-
you move out and you guys move into your house, you're going to come home and,
Where's dinner?
where's dinner?
Where's the
my glass of wine?
I don't know what you're talking about. I live in marital bliss.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
What?
We're all married here.
No.
Just agree. Mm-hmm.
Carrie and I like to cook together. We come home, we cook, we have a few drinks. 5 out of the 7 nights we probably go out to eat.
So
It's probably more like 6 out of the 7 nights we go out to eat.
So that one night, you guys cooked.
Yeah,
together.
we cook something good. And
Yeah.
actually, Carrie's a fantastic.
Ramen noodles,
And by that, they
Kraft
they,
mac and
they,
cheese.
they
You
know
name
cook
it.
Pizza Hut.
Carrie's an unbelievable cook. We just don't cook much, and I'm a pretty good cook too. So
Yeah, I mean, you were.
no, I bought one of those. I bought an electric.
So you cooked tuna helper? I mean,
No, I bought an electric smoker that grills as well. So I use it at grill, and it gets
Is
a
it
little bit of smoke
Is it
flavor.
a pellet fed
Yeah, it's the
Traeger?
it's the Weber, the smoke fire.
Do they have a pellet fed?
Yeah,
Smoker
it's,
now?
It's Bluetooth. It's amazing.
Well, I mean, they're all Bluetooth now, but I just
Okay,
didn't know.
well, this
I just
one's
didn't know
Bluetooth.
That, I just didn't know that I just didn't know Weber was making pellet fed.
Yep. It's the
Smokers
Weber
now.
smoke fire. It's fantastic.
That
Absolutely
sounds fantastic.
It is. It feeds nicely. I'm not plugging it. I swear.
Because I
Um,
have one pellet feeder and one Weber next to each other, but they're not combined.
So that's what my dad has, but mine combines, and when you grill, you can set the heat slightly lower, and you get a ton of smoke.
Yeah.
And it really smokes it nicely. It's good.
Well,
So the once a week that we do that, probably more like once a month.
I can't ever get rid of my pellet smoker because I got it from my father-in-law back when Traeger was back in the day, where like the lid itself was made out of actual, thick steel. The whole thing is, it retains.
You probably couldn't get it out of your backyard if you tried.
Right, it's heavy, but it retains the heat like crazy. But you go look at the new ones now, and you lift up the lid, and it's like you might as well have tin foil as the lid. They're so thin now, so I can't ever get rid of it. But
do you use it
all the time? Yeah.
Nothing like good smoked meat.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Nice pork butt.
Oh, it's nothing like a pork butt.
It's.
Oh, beef tenderloin's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I hear a cat likes sausage.
Brisket.
She tenderizes it. Sorry. Oh man, I'm in trouble for that one.
You were talking about the brisket. You're fine.
Okay.
I was talking about just regular sausage that you eat. You guys went there, not me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We know what you were implying.
You want some more whiskey?
Crickets.
You want me to do an ice run?
Sure. Well,
Oh, here we go.
Party foul.
Because I what were you guys drinking before?
Gentleman Jack.
I'm interested for you to try this because this has almost zero bite. It goes down so smooth. This is, I think, one of my favorite that we've tried so far since we've been on here.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
well, you can, but we won't listen.
Ice bucket under the table.
When Marie's here, she normally hooks us up with something like that.
Okay.
Us idiots didn't think to do anything cool like that.
When the last one,
I'll run and go
Kat
get some ice real
brought-
quick.
Yeah.
room
service.
Yeah, room service.
She brought it up to me.
Wow.
Don't trip over any of the wires because you will knock the cameras out. Oh man, I'm so nervous right now.
This was really professional until that moment.
Woo, woo.
Who said this was a professional broadcast?
I was surprised. We walk in and there's lighting. I mean, I wasn't really sure what you were getting me into, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, you don't watch the videos, so you don't
I know.
what.
I wasn't sure
There's a
exactly
lot that
what we
goes
were going to
into
be
it.
producing.
Boomstick Productions.
Yeah, it's just Boomstick Tactical, but
You can do productions now.
Okay.
And have another LLC and then wrap it all underneath.
I had an idea for a liquor store. Do you guys want to hear it?
sure, why not?
Dick's Liquor. Oh, no, come on. It's not that bad. Think about it. You can think about the marketing possibilities behind this.
Hey, let's go to Dick's Liquor.
Yeah, let's go to Dick's Liquor.
And you know what else I want to do tonight? The last part of that.
No, it can be like, the best first part of your night.
Yeah.
What was it? Poker in the front, liquor in the back.
Yeah, sure. Something like that.
Back in the day.
Yeah, so you could put a sign up, Chris, and you could manage the place.
Heck yeah.
All right, now that Hunter's back, we're going to get back on topic.
I know, we got to stop talking about Hunter. Okay, now that he's back.
Oh, you mean when I can re-listen to
He's
whole
the
podcast
nicest
and tell
guy.
everybody?
Everything we said, we were just kidding about.
Still can't believe I haven't seen Days of Thunder or Top Gun.
That's going to be a lot of whiskey.
That is a lot of ice.
Well, just so we can dump some ice in the glass. I don't know.
You want some?
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Want some more?
Sure.
Oh, shoot.
Joe was really nervous coming on because he's like, "What happens if you have to pee?" I'm like, "Whatever they do in NASCAR, buddy."
I should have been more nervous about mentioning Dick's Liquor than what I was going to do when I pee.
Yeah, you missed that, Hunter.
Oh, I have a liquor store idea.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Dick's Liquor.
Dick's Liquor.
See, he liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we
see?
go.
I have a business partner finally. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
I'm in on it.
See, Mom and Dad, you were wrong.
It was a good idea.
And I do have friends.
I do have friends, I swear. All right, so let's try this.
Need some more.
You haven't tried this one yet.
Pass this down.
Here. Cheers to the. Thank you for the invite. I really appreciate it.
Keith, I'm excited for you to try this one because I really
It's
think
really
it's the
smooth.
smoothest one we've had.
It's good.
I always hear really good things about it, and I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. But Lucas had a really good deal on pricing for
What'd
it.
that
so-
bottle cost you?
It was like $45.
Oh, okay.
I went to a liquor
Which
store.
is not bad for that
No.
size of a bottle.
Yeah, because I went to my liquor store there, like right down my house. I got a drive through, but they had a smaller bottle of that for 40.
Hmm.
I was like, I got a killing then.
One of my favorites is right there on that shelf. If you can see it right there, Blanton's. Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
it's really good. Yeah, I have about half of that bottle left, but I don't want to drink it because I can't get it.
Just put wild turkey in it. Nobody will know the difference.
Oh yes,
Yeah, you
would.
will.
Yes, you would. My father-in-law was so nice to let me buy one off of him for Keith for his birthday. Because they're super hard to find, and when you do find them, most retailers jack the price way up. They don't sell it for what the retail price should be. So the second I can find another one, or if I can find a couple, I'm just gonna
Buy a
snag
bunch
them
of
up.
them?
Yeah.
Is it true that if you collect all of the letters, they do something special for you? Have you heard of this?
I know you can collect all the letters. I didn't know they do something.
So I heard if you have
Special.
all of them, and you send them, they'll put it on like a something you can hang on the wall as like to commemorate your accomplishment.
It'd be pretty cool.
I know they sell on their website. They sell different display cases that you can for all their different
Tops and whatnot.
tops and boxes,
I think
and
it's
it
something
spells
like that.
out Blanton. So they sell that stuff. I don't know that.
I think if you get the letters and they'll do something for you. I could be wrong.
We feel bad for that. You spent this much on our whiskey. Here's a picture.
Yeah.
That's
Well
like
done.
that Pappy Van Winkle. I think last time I checked, it was going for like $200 a bottle.
Jeez, it's a $70 bottle, isn't it?
It should be, I mean, in my personal opinion, it should be a $30 bottle. I don't think the whiskey's good at all.
It's just having the Pappy Van Winkle.
It's just the name. you know how that goes.
Is it what kind of whiskey is it?
It's a bourbon,
Is
Kentucky bourbon.
Kentucky.
My
Shut up, COVID cough.
my
Come on, man.
my father-in-law. My father-in-law.
You didn't want to talk politics, and then you do that. I apologize.
All right,
How
all
is
right.
that political?
Oh, come
Get
on.
this COVID cough ass down.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Drink that
Back
whiskey.
to topic.
So my father-in-law, his mom remarried a long time ago, and the guy she was married to he kind of was a whiskey collector as well, and he saw how fast Pappy was rising in like notoriety.
Hey, puppy.
And so he bought a whole
Sorry.
case of it, 12 bottles. I don't know what he paid for it. Well, he passed away,
That's a shame.
and this was several years ago, but Bryant, my father-in-law, was over at their place, and he watched his mom mix a drink of Pappy with Sprite and ice and, whatever else. And he's like, do you know what you just did to that expensive ass bottle? She had no idea. She had gone through like 4 or 5 of them, just mixing them like it'd be any other drink. Had no idea
Hey, if
how
she-
much money she was pouring
If
into
she
it.
enjoyed it, then who cares?
Sure.
Well-
or she could have just sold the case for probably, $2,000.
Or let somebody
So-
that knows anything about whiskey enjoy that by itself.
So it was. I just remember him telling that story. I always thought it was so funny that he's like, "Did she just mix that with a bunch of Sprite? What the hell is going on right
I
now?"
didn't even know it was the thing until Keith kept doing it with Jim Beam. I was like,
Well,
what the heck are you doing?
Well, it's
Yeah.
originally 7 and 7, just Canadian
Seagram's.
blend. Yeah,
Yeah.
Seagram's 7.
Yeah.
well, Jim Beam's
And
cheap
7.
enough.
Yeah.
If you mix it, it's not a big. I mean,
But
Jim
I
Beam,
usually-
most people mix Jim Beam. Like,
I've always been like, if I'm gonna mix whiskey, it's gonna be with Coke or
Isn't Booker's Jim Beam?
I don't know if
I
it is or
don't think
not.
so.
I thought it was. I could be wrong.
Booker's.
Is
I'm
that
not
like a-
sure.
Is that like an off-brand?
Have you heard of Booker's?
I saw one
I
today
think
actually.
it's in like a wooden box with a
Huh.
clear case or
Hmm.
clear front. I thought that was like high-end Jim Beam, but I could be wrong.
I've never
very
seen
well
it.
may
We're gonna
be.
have to look it up.
Very
Yeah.
well may be, because there's so many of those brands that like
Off-brands and then rename brand or whatnot.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think I bought a bottle on sale once, and I was reading about it, and it was Jim Beam, and I was surprised.
Hmm.
But Jim Beam is
It's good.
pretty good.
If you ever want to try, like, going back to that, if you ever want to try Pappy,
Mhm.
Weller's is what Pappy really is, but the guy, Pappy, the grandpa or whatever, he goes out and selects the barrels he thinks are the best, and that's what gets produced into Pappy Van Winkle.
Mm.
And then the rest of it is just Weller's. And Weller's is still in a pricey bottle, but not even near the expense, and it tastes the exact same.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to try what Pappy's would taste like, that's how you could go about it.
One of these weeks, you should bring Pappy's. I'm sorry, Weller's.
Oh, yeah,
Or
I will.
or maybe both, and we'll see if we can tell the
Yeah, we'll
difference.
see if we can tell the difference. Exactly. We'll do a 2-hour-long special.
Let me talk to my father-in-law and see how he feels with parting with
would
some
he-
of the stuff.
Well, he could join.
Because yeah, he absolutely could, but you can't even find Pappy if you wanted to.
See, I've never seen it.
To buy it, to actually get your hands on a bottle, it's going to be, in the resale market, and it's probably going to be the second or third time it's been resold. Now you're paying
3 times the cost of
Yeah,
what it originally
exactly.
went for.
Exactly. Whereas
Might as
Weller's,
well
you can
drink it.
get at
Yeah.
at a nice liquor store.
So we need to take a podcast road trip to Kentucky,
Ooh.
Do the
go
whiskey
through all the
tour.
distilleries. That'd be
whiskey
fun.
tour, and then get a bunch of cool stuff. Like I want to buy. If I ever go to Kentucky, I'm loading up on a case of freaking Blanton's.
Why don't you buy just a cheap RV and we'll just travel around on the weekends and go to breweries
it's
and
like what?
distilleries?
So did you
8
ever?
hours maybe.
Yeah. So
that
Steve-O
all?
from
Yeah.
Jackass has his own podcast, and they literally have an RV type thing where they drive around everywhere and they do their podcast from the RV.
That's a great idea.
So let's do that.
Steve O is trying to do stand up now, and after doing all those whippets, I cannot stand the sound of his voice.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's just like it's so harsh.
And he's sober now, so
We're dead
it's
sober.
crazy.
That's half the problem.
Yeah.
And his vocal cords are completely
Gone.
ruined.
Drugs
Yeah.
and alcohol have ruined my life.
Yeah. Prime example.
To a T.
I mean, it's a good podcast, and he has like a bunch of cool guests on there. But yeah, after listening to him for a while, you're like, man, this raspy voice. It's
Yeah. And being Steve O, he can get any crazy person he wants on
Yeah.
the podcast, which is awesome.
I'm excited for the new Jackass to come out.
I want to see it so
We
bad.
grew up.
Is it not
with
already out?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I want to go see the new Batman.
It's really.
It's supposed to come out on HBO
Isn't it supposed to be super
30
long?
days after.
I heard it was surprisingly good.
It's
Wait,
out in
just
theaters.
Wait,
Correct.
yeah. Wait, they said like 30 days after it's been out in theaters, it'll be on HBO Max.
Oh, I'll definitely
Yeah.
wait for that then.
That's what I said. I'll wait.
Because me and my wife were talking about it, and we haven't actually physically been to a movie theater since before the lockdown. It's
Oh, yeah.
been that long.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we go there for the popcorn, bring it home, and that's watch a movie from here.
Is that
That
true?
is such a cute thing to do.
You've actually done that?
More than once.
Let me get this straight. You drive to the movie theater.
Well,
How do you get in?
You walk in.
Do you buy a ticket?
No, you can walk into a movie theater without having a
Yeah, I
ticket.
guess you're right. So you go and you buy popcorn.
Can you? I thought that
That's
was check your
brilliant.
stub.
You just can't go past a certain point.
Yeah.
Marie made Keith and I popcorn the other night. Holy shit. The saltiest, butteriest pop. It was good.
So why'd you have
was-
to go to the movie theater if Marie
Because
can make popcorn?
Movie theater popcorn just
It just hits different.
yeah.
It's the chemical makeup of the butter.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you could put a shit ton of butter in there just holding that button.
Yeah,
Oh.
because she'll run in there and go in there, get the large thing, get a little thing of extra butter, and then we'll come home, put on Netflix or whatever, and just watch a movie from here.
Netflix and chill.
I wish I got the chill part, but I didn't.
And the thing, too, that I noticed, I think whatever chemicals they put in the movie theater popcorn or the butter keeps it from recongealing after it
Oh,
cools
like
down.
Penetrating the
Well,
kernel?
No, keeps it from firming up.
Was that correct? What?
Penetrating the kernel.
Keeps it keeps it from
It, like-
re-solidifying
Yes.
after it cools down.
Yes.
Whereas
Well, it's not real butter.
when Marie made the popcorn for us the other day, it was amazing. But when we got to the bottom of the bowl, you could just see like where all that butter had settled and then re-solidified.
Yeah.
Don't you want to scrape that out with your finger, though?
You know,
Oh, man, it sounds good.
No.
I still won't forget the time you and me, I think, went and saw Transformers. And then afterwards, we went to Taco Bell and we ordered like 100 soft tacos, went back to your parents' house. We ate them all. And then your parents were like, you want to go get some more? Or you mean you were like, no.
You remember the time we went to Long John Silver's and
Asked
ordered
for
100 hush puppies at like midnight?
Yeah.
And
'Cause
they
they were like-
wanted to kill us. I can't believe
For
we
like
ate
10 of them, you get 10 of them for like $1.
Yeah, no, it was a great deal. We started a Facebook group called Hush Puppies Anonymous.
Yeah.
how long did it take to pass that? Jesus.
I mean, we ate a lot of hush puppies.
Yeah, we
that's
did.
for sure.
Remember
That's
that time that you broke our window with your ass?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, actually,
but I'd
that
like
there's
to hear this.
there's
so.
video evidence of this somewhere.
Yep, it's at my house.
Oh, you have
Chris,
it?
you
Yep.
tell the story.
Oh,
You're-
we
you're-
should play that as B-roll on here.
If we can find a VHS player, we can do it.
Well, tell me what
No-
happened.
He was trying to moon everybody in the house, right?
Yeah, I was out. Kat
No.
was doing some class for video editing or whatnot.
No, Chris
And I was
was
out-
reporting in front of the window, and Kat was videotaping it.
And I was getting ready to burn out in the BMW, and Joe's over there with his ass on the glass, and you can see it flex and then just shatter.
In the BMW?
No.
No, it was
in
the
our house that we
window.
were
In
renting.
the background?
Yeah.
Huge window. And I have a white ass.
And he's
You know?
lucky that wasn't tempered glass.
Yeah.
Because that would have gone everywhere. Or I
Well-
guess he could have been bad because that large charge could catch you
Get
and
you.
kill
Well,
you. But
and then the landlord comes
Yeah.
over. He's like, well, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah.
And it was a cooking accident. We
Yeah.
had burned something, and we had to put the window up. And John, I'm sorry, but the windows aren't secure when they're open, and it came down and shattered. I
Can
don't
you
think we're
imagine?
responsible for that.
Can you imagine if it would have shattered and you would have taken a shard off the gooch or the nuts or something? Jesus. Really lucky, bro.
You know, some people pay for that sort of thing. So
Well,
Yeah.
if you're not one of
Joe,
them,
I'm
that
gonna
would
have to
suck.
have you check this non-binary option on the application now.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is my
I
first.
need
That
a-
could have been, yeah. That actually, you know what? That could have been so much better than just the glass breaking.
Yeah.
We used to have some Hunter. We used to have some huge parties, like huge parties. Hundreds of people would show up.
Yeah, when we always got girls to come over when Joe wasn't there.
That's
Joe was over there. All the girls left. They're like, "Oh,
Okay,
this guy's
okay,
tripping me
okay,
out."
okay.
I didn't say we
so
had
big-
hundreds of girls. I said we had hundreds of people.
Okay, so big party, big people. What's
Big
going
party,
on?
big people, and the police got to know us,
Mm-hmm.
and they would just show up and be like, "Hey guys, just
You guys calm it
try
down.
to calm it down, And then one time, Keith had his bike stolen off the front porch
Yep.
earlier that day, and the same cop, because Keith calls the police when they steal a
I didn't call the cops.
whatever.
Did
So
I?
yeah, so the cop comes back over for the party, and he's like, and we're all just hammered drunk, Can I say that? Yeah, we were hammered drunk, and we're on the front
As we're all
porch.
drinking alcohol.
Yeah,
Jesus.
sorry. Well, we were underage, but anyways, we were.
No,
on
we
the-
weren't.
We were on the. I might have been. We were on the front porch, and the same cop is standing there, and this guy starts riding a bike down the road, and he goes, "Boy, if that's your bike, I'm gonna shoot his ass." It was fantastic. We had some great time.
That was a brand new bike. It pissed me off. Brand new bike and got stolen right off during the day, right off the porch.
That's why we got Ring cameras now.
Well, yeah, we didn't have that. Wasn't
I
a
know.
thing back then.
I can't believe they didn't steal the couch on the front porch.
I know.
They stole the bike. It's just bizarre to me.
That couch is still there, it looks like. Last time I went by.
You need a truck. You need 2 to 3, 4 guys to get it up. I mean, that's a lot more effort than just taking the bike.
Think about the diversity of people we had in that house.
And then we also
All
had
the different
Yeah, we
career,
had 5
all
white
the career
guys.
paths. No, we had all sorts of people.
well, and not only that, but things around us. So we had Taco Bell, we had a Thai place, the barbecue place,
The
Daylight
sex
Donuts,
store.
and then there was a porn shop.
Yeah, remember the Great American Challenge?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. So there was our house, an alleyway, and then a porn shop.
Oh, there was a barbecue place too that I worked at and Kat worked at
Yeah.
for a while.
Get a lot of free
I've never
food.
been to
Oh, yeah.
Pittsburgh. I should probably
Oh,
go.
man.
It's
Where
changed
is it
so
at?
much more.
We should go to a football game.
Okay.
They're a lot
It's
of fun.
fun.
Okay.
A lot of fun. Good time. When we went to Pitt State, there were 4 girls to every guy,
Yeah.
and I remember my
That was
dad-
the
You were just-
actual
you were
ratio.
just-
That was a ratio.
No, that was the actual ratio. And I remember I was going to go to KU, but my twin was going to KU, and I didn't want to follow my twin. So we went and looked at Pitt State, and I was worried that there'd be just a bunch of guys. It was a technical college. I didn't know. And we're walking through campus, and my dad looks at me and he's like, "Are you worried now?" And I'm
Remember
like,
our
"No."
freshman year? Our freshman year,
He
we
just
were
got
what?
that statistic
Top-
for
we
how many
were-
girls were
no.
in my room every night.
Oh, whatever.
Well,
Whatever.
our
I should have
freshman-
broken up with you
Our freshman
anyways.
year,
Remember
we
that?
were like top 10 Playboys party school.
We were freshman year. MTV Real World came.
Yeah, and they got smashed.
Oh yeah, and there were dudes having relations with the people from the show
Yeah,
in the bathroom at JB's.
yeah, it
Anyways.
was crazy.
JB.
That is nothing compared to my freshman sophomore year at Johnson County Community College.
Oh, I bet.
Go Cavaliers, baby!
Go Cavs! Well, the Johnson County Community College students used to come down to Pitt to to party.
Yeah.
So,
I've heard about it quite a bit.
You were also still like 12 when we were partying in
so
high
were you
school,
7 or 8
college.
years old when this was happening?
Oh, probably. What year did you guys enter
This
high
was
school?
2005.
2005 was when
I was
we
a
were in
fifth
college.
grader.
Okay, so basically you were the kid that we were waking up because of the parties.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh my gosh. The first kegger I went to at Pitt State had 11 kegs.
Yeah.
11 kegs at the party.
You remember the Halloween one? You're sitting there pouring a beer. You look over, and you're like, man, that's a good outfit. That looks just like a cop. And then it lit up the whole alleyway of cops, and we
It was a
were
cop.
running back.
Nice.
Chris, what
It
took
was a
you
cop.
to Pitt?
I had a scholarship for music at the time. So,
And that's just where you got in?
yeah.
And
So
Keith, same with you, or what?
No, so my major, Pitt State, was really the only school that offered that.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you do construction management?
Yeah. So I wanted to go to KU, but they didn't offer anything like that. K-State had something similar, but I don't want to go to K-State, so I went to Pitt.
Yeah.
My uncle went there for the same program and loved it, so. And it's way cheaper because it was a much smaller school.
Yeah.
We'll take you down there. It's a great place.
Well,
It has changed. Like when we went down there was literally nothing to do other than have a house party. The bars.
Well, you can go to Walmart.
yeah.
You know.
Well, we went
They're
to
in
Joplin.
town.
We had to go to Joplin a lot.
Remember
But now,
Dustin had his nipples pierced like the first 2 days we were there.
Yeah.
Sorry, anyways.
no,
Continue.
I was just saying, now they have everything that you could want. There's a B-dubs there. There's all.
how close? Okay. Hold the thought on the B-dubs. How close is Pitt to Joplin?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, because one of my dad's best friends lives in Joplin, and so I've been to Joplin, but I've just never been to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you might have driven through, although you really wouldn't have driven through. Yeah.
So
But-
Unless you went through that way.
Back to the B-dubs, Austin Blay, who's going to be a guest on this show at some point. He's one of my best buddies. He went to is it UMC, UCM,
UMKC.
University of Central Missouri, the Donkeys. Is it UCM?
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
Northwestern.
No.
No.
CMSU.
Nope.
Damn
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Smaller school like that.
Yeah,
Smaller school like
yeah,
that, like Pitt. And when they got their Buffalo Wild Wings, it was like, oh my God, we're getting a Buffalo. I mean, I guess it was just kind of, a couple bars. There's one street that had some bars and stuff, and then there's the school there. But now it's grown, and they have all these other restaurants. And I just remember going down and visiting, and everybody was acting like, can you believe we have this
I was
here?
like that when we got Chili's.
Oh, yeah, remember?
See, yeah.
Remember,
And I
similar
helped open
thing.
that Chili's,
Mhm.
and I was like,
remember Buck used to work there?
It was
and-
UCM, University of Central Missouri.
Margaritas. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, that's what sucks about going to a smaller school is you're limited on options.
Yeah.
We our McDonald's closed at 10
yeah.
and then reopened at 4. So we would walk to McDonald's.
Well, that and
at 4.
Anna
When
worked
you're
there.
hammered at
Oh,
4?
yeah.
Anna worked there, and she knew us really well. She was like our sister, and she'd give us it for like $2 anything we ordered. So we'd order like 5 quarter pounders, 10 McChickens,
Yeah.
and then just bring it back to the house.
They charged you for extra onions, which I
Yeah.
never liked. But
I miss those metabolism days
Yeah,
for
I know.
sure.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you
Yeah,
think?
what? Yeah,
this
I'm
is
not quite
everything's
sure.
fine over here.
Well, first of all, once this guy hits 30, he's gonna get a dad bod. Did something happen? Did something happen to the audio? Are we still recording?
So anyways,
Fuck you, Keith. Sorry, anyways, for you.
anyways,
Not
what
supposed to say that.
Anyways,
Brennan.
I was gonna say,
Fuck you, Brennan.
I don't think that'll happen. What I was gonna say is that,
Look how
I was-
loud that.
Is that going to blow out the speakers in the car when I'm
No.
listening to this on Friday?
yeah, probably.
It's fine. Sorry, Joe.
Just trying to know because, so I went to JUCO for my
Sorry, the whiskey's
first 2
kicking in.
years, and then but both my parents went to K-State, and I was in love with my girlfriend at the time, now wife, and she was at KU. So the disappointment on my dad's face when I told him
I
I'm
bet.
going to KU, it almost killed him. I almost
Rock
watched
chalk,
him have a
baby.
heart attack.
Right.
So did you meet in high school?
Yeah, so she asked me, I moved to Kansas my junior year of high school. She asked me to the WPA, or like the Sadie Hopkins dance.
Women pay all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Nothing.
that's what they called it. It's essentially Sadie
Yeah.
Hopkins dance, but that was the winter dance. And then I asked her to prom, and as a high schooler, I was like, and will you also be my girlfriend?
And she
And
said
then
yes.
we've never been apart since. So,
Aw.
but I wanted to go to K-State so bad. But she was already at KU, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll.
Rock Chalk
I'll
Jayhawk.
As much as I don't like K-State, like actual like this town is really cool.
Oh,
That
yeah.
Aggieville and everything.
Oh my
I'm
God, it fits your lifestyle so much.
If we would
more.
have had that, oh, I never would have
Does
graduated.
it not? All the shit kickers and blue jeans
Keith's
and
lifestyle?
her, yeah.
I don't know what happened to Keith.
Check out
He makes
this
fun of me
double
because-
horseshoe I got
It
in.
makes fun of me because I wear boots during the wintertime.
That's weird.
Why
I
is
wear
it
boots
weird?
too during the wintertime
I don't know.
usually.
It's
If it
just-
snows, you don't have to worry
what
about
are you wearing
your.
right now? Let's see.
I'm wearing some Adidas or
Under
Under Armour
Armour.
tennis shoes.
Oh, you see, that's normal. You're fine.
No, I don't make fun of him because he wears boots during the wintertime.
You're just mad because your
I get
wife will
that.
let you wear the kind of boots that I got.
I get that. I make fun of him because when he's dressing up to go out somewhere nice, he
wears
puts on
boots.
his shiniest shit kickers.
Yep.
And he goes on out.
Does he have snap flannels too?
Do you?
Do you?
I
don't
have
know.
some, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
That's-
You'll grow up one of these days.
Overall key style and mine is pretty similar. We don't wear. It's a lot of muted colors, not a lot of emblems.
Not a
or
lot of this
anything like
guy's
that.
bright ass colors.
I
Yeah.
just always think it's funny
I
when
got a bright
He's like a
personality.
younger Ellen DeGeneres over there.
I always just think it's funny when him and Marie get dressed up to go out to dinner. He puts on he shines them
Yep.
shit kickers up and he heads on out the door.
Yep.
Hello.
They're easy to get off when you get home.
I think they're
True.
horrifying to get off.
It just
No
slides
way.
Oh, mine must be too tight. I
Yeah.
can't get them off.
Because I wear those dress boots.
Yeah.
And those suck
Yeah,
to
because
get
you
off.
got
Yeah,
the ones
see?
that have all these crazy laces. I'm like, man, that's.
Well, you know you got to stand out.
Just put on a pair
Well,
of
you can't even,
Justins.
once I lace them up and put the jeans
I
over,
think
you
mine
can't
are
even tell.
Ariats.
Ariats.
Those are work boots. That's a
Yeah.
work boot brand.
My mom got them for me for
of
Christmas.
course, your mom got
Yeah.
it for you.
They're crazy expensive, but Taft makes an insanely good boot. I think he should get some.
Okay, so just so you don't know, Jasmine dresses Hunter.
Is
He does
Jasmine
not actually
this
pick
is
out his
very-
own
this
clothes.
is very
Jasmine
true.
a
This is very
snappy
true.
dresser?
She is, and she is a. I was always I'm good with the cheapest option until I was with her, and then she's like, "Well, listen, we can buy you this. It looks really nice, and it's quality, so it'll last 4 times as long as the shitty T-shirt. So buy this; it'll last 4 times as long. Yeah, you're paying more money, but you get more use out of it, whatever." So that made sense to me, and so now I just pretty much let her buy all my clothes, and I
Oh,
just wear what she.
Smart man.
But
If Marie wanted to buy my clothes, I'd be like, sure, buy whatever. I'll wear.
But
them.
that's not what happens. Keith
Nope.
ends up telling Marie, "Hey, you need to buy this because this is quality over quantity." And
Yeah, I end up buying her clothes for Christmas because I somehow ended up with a wife that doesn't like to spend money. So I'm usually buying her
God
clothes.
bless you.
I know it's
And your
weird.
relationship.
she is the biggest deal searcher saver I've ever seen.
Everything
in my
on
entire life.
Amazon cheap, but I'm like, you know what? You gotta have some nice clothes. Like I don't mind spending some money. Like she refuses to pay $25 to $30 for a T-shirt. I'm like, that's the going rate for a
Yeah.
good one,
Yeah.
like the 47 brand. But she won't do it. So yeah, usually
That's the
on
going rate for like an average one.
Yeah,
not
so
even necessarily. a
usually
good one.
Christmas,
I don't know where
I
the hell
buy
you guys
her a
buy your
bunch of clothes.
t-shirts, but
Shields.
All right, look at who
Under
showed
Armour.
up to the goddamn podcast in a
this is
button up.
This
and-
is from Old Navy.
this is probably Old Navy. Yeah. And I bet you my mom bought it for me.
Actually, I would say 90% of my clothes that I buy are from Nordstrom Rack.
Joe,
And
are you-
all
are you a
that
mama's
stuff
boy?
is cheap as shit.
Am I what?
Are you a mama's boy?
No. I was just going to suggest sharing your clothes with your wife. It really saves money and it's economical. You don't have to spend as much money on
Yeah.
She actually does have a lot of my
detergent, 'cause
old
you only
shirts.
have to wash it half as much. You know, just trying to. I wouldn't recommend underwear.
So do you
Shit rides right up
you and Carrie share clothes?
sometimes. Usually she's not home.
You like the heels, don't you?
Usually it's not home. I might have to replace a tube of lipstick every once in a while. But
Or if she could find it. Sorry.
Carrie's gonna be listening to this and she's gonna go, Joe. That little high pitched sound.
Hey, she has a complex from that. So, thanks for doing that.
It's been
Ass.
so long,
but
No.
but
nothing's-
not from you wearing her lipstick.
No.
Nothing's
That's kind
worse
of a new
than-
thing.
I don't know if your guys' wives do this, but my wife will go to where my t-shirts are and just pick a random one out that she wants to sleep in. And then what if I wanted to wear that T-shirt the next day, or what if I want to wear it that weekend?
You'll smell like her all day.
Ugh.
Oh.
Not that she smells bad, but if you sleep in something, it's not gonna.
You get a little sweaty sometimes.
It's not gonna smell great the next day.
Yeah. That's
Do you
all
ever sleep
stretched
in
out.
Do you ever sleep in the T-shirt that you wore that day?
I try not to
Yeah,
because
That bothers me.
you are literally putting all that shit that's on your T-shirt into the bed.
Into the
then.
bed.
I
Yeah.
sleep too hot to sleep with a shirt on. Like last night I woke up drenched in sweat and I just had boxers on.
Oh, your mattress must be a disaster.
Probably.
It's a shame.
I'm a heavy
You want to
sweat.
sleep? You want to
No.
spend a night?
No, it's fine.
I'm a heavy sweater too when I sleep, but my grandpa told me this a long time ago, and I thought he was full of shit. And he sleeps in we'll call them A tanks. Their street names are wife beaters, but
Wow. Keith,
but,
you're gonna.
I used to sleep in
Are you
those
okay
all
with
the
this?
but so I bought a bunch and I sleep in them every night, and I do find that when I sleep in those, yeah, I'm still hot, but it's when I sleep without a shirt that's when I wake up like sweaty, like weird sweaty. I don't know, for some reason I don't know if it just helps.
It wicks
Yeah,
the sweat.
it does something,
I
but
have
it
to-
helps.
I have to tell Marie to sleep with clothes on because she radiates so much heat. Like if she doesn't have any pants on or anything, I'm like
That's
put something on or I'm covering her with the blankets because skin to skin contact.
Sweat.
I'm like
immediate.
I'm immediately sweating and then at that point I can't sleep now. So I'm like you sleep with as many layers as possible.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I'm usually freezing and underneath the covers.
Chris seems like a heavy sleeper.
Oh no, I'm real light.
Are you?
Yeah, like
He used to talk in his sleep.
analog clocks, I won't go to sleep at all.
If you can see that light at all.
That or a click, any little click noise. Nope.
Wait, so you have to have it dead quiet?
Yeah.
Wow. Because I go the other way.
I gotta have
I'd
noise.
rather have white noise to
Mhm.
help me.
Have you ever used a sound machine to sleep? Like a
No.
white noise machine?
Like even
Oh,
my
they're magical.
Are they?
Oh yeah. Do you have Spotify?
Yes.
There's a great white noise channel,
And it just
and
puts out
it's
white
like
noise.
20 hours of just. It sounds like an airplane, like you're on an airplane.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
called the Workbench After Hours podcast. That'll put you right to sleep.
Yeah, we really blew this one up, didn't
no,
we?
no, this is fine.
Sorry,
This is
guys.
fine.
it's just shop talk right here.
That's the whole point of
Yeah.
the podcast, just to talk about whatever.
I know. And think you missed out on dinner and wine with your mom tonight. Just to come
Oh.
here.
That's fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah. So would you do it again? Do the podcast again?
Oh, absolutely.
I think you were. I mean, we haven't had a get unless you count Kat and Marie. We haven't had a guest, so
Well, thank you.
I think this was a great first time, and
It was a good time. Thank you for having me.
Are you shutting it down?
No, I'm
Just
just I'm
kidding.
just saying it was a good time.
Well, we've
Thank
been
you
trying
for having me.
We've been trying to get you on, but no, it's gonna be
Well-
easier now that you're moving back up here.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
and we've been wanting to have guests, but I mean,
I wasn't sure how the four-person podcast would work, but
It's good.
I think it's not bad.
My dad really wants to do this.
Does it really?
Oh, he wants to be a guest. Just, I hope you have a lot of memory on that computer because he's got a lot to talk about. And
Oh, no,
and,
we'll have him as
and,
a guest
and
for
he's
sure.
just so fantastic.
Have
Yeah.
you ever watched Joe Rogan's? I mean, he'll have a 3-hour podcast.
Oh well, yeah. and it'll be. I promise you, he'll be entertaining.
no,
Oh,
we'll,
yeah.
we'll absolutely have
Yeah.
them. We're gonna try and have my dad, who
yeah, we'll kick
is an
you out.
Let's
and
do a
entertaining
dad's
fellow.
replace you with your
podcast.
dad. We'll
Why don't we do a
replace you with your
dad's
dad.
podcast?
Yeah, but just our dads.
Just well, I mean, we could be here too. We just have 10 people.
I only have 4 microphones though.
Well,
Yeah, we
let's
might be
pick
Or
it up.
inputs.
We might be having to sit in the background giving them whispering advice, sweet nothings to them.
Just 4 people that don't know each other.
Or actually, we could add on a bunch of people as guests. Because I only have 4 mic
That would
inputs.
actually make a really good podcast if no one knew each other and then you had to like talk and figure out how to.
And you give them topics.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're millionaires. Let's do that.
So we got that. We got my best bud Austin. He's gonna come on. We're getting Nate the Great on. Chris's younger brother.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. We just plan on just getting people on. It's fun.
Yeah,
It is-
I want
it's
to
a
get
lot of fun.
get my dad on, and
Yeah.
because he talks to everybody. So, yeah.
But we
He's a
definitely are
talker.
gonna get you back as frequently as possible because you clearly understand how to how to keep the conversation going, which is great.
You
Like I said,
understood
I
the
learned-
assignment.
It comes from my mother and father. I learned from the best. So
Nice. Well, I guess we should probably wrap it up because it's been over an hour, technically. So,
Yeah, I told the old wife, I'm telling Keith we're doing an hour and we're wrapping it up.
well,
Just
that
tell
hour
her-
and 10 minutes is the audio. I started recording audio first, so we're probably right about an hour 5 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
oh, so the beginning of this is all just gone?
No, it's still there.
It's still there. It's when I was
When he claps, it's kind of when he starts the.
Gotcha.
yeah, because I do the audio and video separate, and then I line it up, and the claps help me line it up because there's a spike in
He gets
volume.
that big spike in volume.
So that's where I line it up.
Gotcha.
And then
you
we
know, you can't see that when you're listening to it. So I had no idea.
I
Sorry.
actually edit that. I
That's
edit
the
all
whole
that
point.
out.
That's the whole
no,
point.
I understand. I just, appreciate the
I'll leave it in
explanation.
next time. I'll leave it in actually. This next one for you.
Just
But-
scare the shit out of everybody immediately.
Boom, boom. Hey, I
Well,
just had to line up the audio. Come on.
Sometime, especially if we have someone like you back on who just is easy flowing or whatever, we can actually just turn on the audio, start talking, and then eventually be like, all right, are we ready to start this thing? But we can leave all the
Okay, cool.
the small talk, in the beginning on if we want.
Nice. Very cool.
Cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you are watching on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're watching on Spotify or something similar, hit that follow button. And we will catch you on the next episode.
And if you're curious about the difference between Glock 19 and that dagger, Keith just released a video about it on the YouTube channel. So be sure to go check that out if you're curious what we were talking about in the beginning of the podcast.
Yep. And hopefully by the next week, Chris will have that flat dark earth Glock 19.
Yep.
Yep, yep.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Joe. And
You're welcome.
so we got to wait for Chris's sign off.
Have a good one.
All right. See you guys.
Is that going to be on there?
Yep. I'm going to leave that on there.